Hi, it's Julie. Welcome to my channel. I am Scrap and Happy. I want to do a final flip through, or a flip through of my finished journal. As finished as I think it is right now. You never know. It is the Wings collection, the March collection from Cheaply Chic. And I have already made 2 videos. I've already tried to upload this twice, and they both came up on YouTube as just completely black. It had the amount of time on there and you could click watch, but there was nothing on it. So very frustrating, and you know, somebody like me who is very limited technologically, I didn't know what to do. So I ended up buying a new one of these things for my camera and then put it in my computer, and hopefully it's going to work. If not, I just don't know what to do. So I used everything from the kit except these few little things. I used about half of these, or maybe not quite half, but a lot of these, and there's tons left. I used all but this of the napkin, which I'm going to keep close by because it is so pretty. I'm sure I'll use it on something. And then I have this much of this. It's just black paper. I don't know where or how. You know, I don't think it was printed black. I just black paper. And there was nothing on it. So I used quite a bit of it. And I'm going to keep it handy too. I may actually, I'm going to cut it into manageable pieces and then just like put it in one of these pockets in here, because it definitely needs to go in here. And then this cool deli paper or whatever this is, and I have something in mind for it for a different project. So, but that's all I didn't use. And then there's a tiny bit of stuff from my stash in here, not much. And because I'm trying to be a grown-up, I am going to include the pen with the journal. That is something I would, you know, I had to talk myself into, because, you know, I'm like, oh, that's a cool pen, I'm going to keep that. But it needs to be with the black paper, so all right. And I saved all of the fibers. I didn't use any of it for anything in here. I saved them all and made a really pretty tassel. I mean, it's nothing I did. It's just, they're gorgeous. The fibers are perfect. I did add a few things. I made this little, I don't know, embellished paper clip. I don't really know what to call it, but just wrapped it with fabric. And then I had a real thin, like probably 1/4 inch strip I had cut off with something of that Tim Holtz collage paper, and I just wrapped it around this, you know, pretty, and then strung some beads. I used burgundy thread and then my gold thread, this stuff, to you know, threaded them both through the needle. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got both threads in it, and just picked up the little beads on the needle and wrapped them around. So there's 2 of those. This one's music fabric. Oh, let me get it. And then the same with the beads and the threads. And then, let's see, this little feather charm came in the kit. And it seemed like there was, oh yeah, here we go. There's a couple of these, just little copper things. I'm not sure, copper pieces. There's nothing on front or back, it's just pretty. And I thought it went really well. And then I added a bulb pin with the heart lock and a key and a clip. So, and then this came all right, library pocket and a library card, and then the cigarette card, and this, all that came in the kit. This striped kind of a rusty burgundy red kind of color, that came off of this bag. I cut it down. It was real tall, so I cut it down and put it as a pocket, but I used a lot of the pieces throughout the journal because the colors are so perfect. And in this here, you'll see this paper throughout. It's just a digital download. Can't remember from where, I am sorry, but I just backed it, and then it's library cards collaged, and I thought it was pretty and went well and didn't take away from the birds. And the little punch out feather that she sent in the kit. This is gold sequin fabric. You just cut a piece for a flip and a, you know, a little secret. And this is off of a paper pad from the Dollar Tree, and I think it even had maybe a little cup, a coffee cup, like a go cup with the you know, the lid and everything, but I didn't use that. Music paper from the Invictus, and then the title, collage paper, some I don't know, trim of sewing trim of some kind. I don't know if it's hem tape or I don't know. I don't really sew that much, so I don't know what all that's called. But and a lot of the pages have this stencil on it. I thought it was really neat looking and didn't take away from anything, but it also gave it a little, you know, something. These little pieces I just cut off of something that she had in here. Can't remember what, but just cut off a little tiny bit because it was a little too long, and I just, you know, used it as I'm trying to channel my inner dear Julie and use every little thing, and it's just perfect. I thought it was and then I made some clips. So I had, you know, we've all got tons of fibers in our stash, so I thought it worked well. And around here I did the gold thread, like I doubled it and then wrapped it around and around and around, so it's like pretty strong. But I wanted to tie it and made it sturdier and stand up more instead of just kind of flopping. It seemed to give it a little bit of stability in the threads, if that makes sense, because it was just kind of lame, and I wanted it to stand up and stick out the top. This, I have several pieces of really pretty fabric in here from my stash, and I got them from Amore Fabrics like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, because I do that. I buy gorgeous things and then I hoard them. So trying not to hoard, or trying to use my stuff, and I thought it was just perfect in here, and I used the gold thread and sewed just needle and thread a feather on. And then under here I poked a hole from the other side. I was trying to, this glued too much, and I was trying to open it up a little to fit this in better. Poked a hole. So, you know, it's really easy to fix stuff like that. I just put a little, that's that collage paper that I showed you a while ago from the library cards. I just put a little piece there. And even if you open this up and start journaling up here, it's not going to bother anything because it's real faint. But I wanted to cover the hole so that it wouldn't, you know, rip bigger or whatever. And throughout I've added different pieces of washi that I thought went well or would be interesting or what have you. And then this is the from the letter. She Lynette writes a letter each month expressing her feelings and thoughts on the collection and on the theme, and that was just so pretty. So I cut it out, and fortunately I had a, you know, flip out page because it was kind of big, but it's just gorgeous. So I inked around, and then I used like old paper, I think, to just kind of cover the whiteness because it's on white paper. But I just thought it was so pretty. And then this is one of the tags that comes, and that stamp is the same. I think it's a Tim Holtz, the same from the front that she sent along. And I just thought it was pretty. A little black tag that came, and then I just had a little bitty piece of this, so I stuck it in the hole, and I stapled it. Yeah, because sometimes if you tie a knot, the knot just creates too much bulk, and so I just stapled it on. And then I made sort of a envelope, lined it with a digital of coffee dye paper, and then just folded it up. This is a little tiny piece of the wallpaper sample that she sent, and I put it on black fabric because it just kind of was invisible. So I thought that looked cute and made it stand out a little more. She sent 2 6x6 pieces of cardstock that came from the same pad as the cover, and I use the other side. Is really pretty, but I don't know if you can see, it's got like silver metallic silver foiling, I think, but I just really liked this. I thought it went well with the and then this is a little piece of that bag I cut up from the back of the book. And then this is a piece of washi tape that she had wrapped, had sealed up the book. She wrapped it in paper and then put washi, and it was butterflies and wings, etc. So I wanted to use it. This is just a little Rolodex card that came in the kit with a Tim Holtz paper clip, and then I just added some eyelash trim, but it kind of looks like a nest, kind of a, birds gather up things, and so I thought it was kind of cute. And then a larger journaling card made out of that same paper with all the library cards on. 2 pages I took out of this book, Victorian Flower Album by Henry Terry. It's so pretty, and I thought the florals would be really pretty in with the book about, birds and wings, etc. But isn't it gorgeous? And I got it from thriftbooks.com. Their shipping is free in the United States, so I always like free shipping. And I just washi it on, so you're not losing any pages. And you can also cover it with, coffee dye paper or lined paper or something if you need the space to journal. And there's a black paper with lines, which I thought was fabulous. This little piece of music paper, and I put a piece of burlap. It's the, I guess you'd call it ribbon. It comes on a roll, like from probably Dollar Tree. And it was just wide enough that it would be a nice pocket on this half page. So I lined it with paper and then glued that on. I put some tickets and this little tag that came in the kit in. And then here is more of the bag that I cut up, a feather, and then here's some tickets that I decoupaged with the napkin, a bird playing card, and I put another piece of the bag on here. Isn't that cute? That napkin is so fabulous. And then a little card that she had stamped a feather on. And I think I did. I added this as just half of a security envelope, and put some real pretty paper. And I can't remember where I got that. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I added it behind the window, and then glued it. Can't remember if it's, yeah, on 3 sides. So you got a pocket behind and then a pocket inside. And then this is another piece from the stuff I got from Amore Fabrics last year. It's real pretty. And then this is part of a greeting card. Beautiful thoughts, wonderful words. Fabric, music fabric, and then part of that, I love this, big words from the dictionary. I've turned into that old lady where I need, I saw this when I opened the kit and I was so excited because I could read it. It was like, no strain here. So yeah, it's happening, people. Another little black tag that came in the kit with a peacock. And then just a tiny piece of fabric behind, and then another piece that came out of that Amore Fabrics bag, and a garment alteration tag. Then underneath here is a flashcard, and then a little pocket. This is the other side. You can't see much of it, of that paper that came in the kit. It's the other side of this. So it's got like silver foiling birds, and it's real pretty. And then I put across the top, I put a little piece of that bag. It's just to make it prettier, but it also helps, you know, it's not as ragged. And then these feathers came in the kit, and I had to it's kind of hard to glue feathers, because if the glue gets anywhere but where it's supposed to, it bunches up your, you know, feathers. So it worked, but I like it. I think the colors of the feathers are gorgeous. And then I added a little bird's nest down here with some threads. I've started keeping my, you know, when you're sewing something, you're done and you cut, and then you have this piece of thread this long. I've started keeping them in a little cup by my sewing machine. I learned that from Artie Mays. And then she'll just grab a little handful and, you know, ball it up and stick it under something or on top of something, and it's like little ephemera. I don't know. I thought it was fabulous. Looks like a little bird's nest. And then there's some of the beads that are bling flatbacks from here. And then a doily and a little bitty tag, a price tag, tiny piece of washi, and then a little bitty offcut of that collage paper I've been using, just because it's cute. Fabric ruffle with, this came in the kit, a little tassel and some beads on a bulb pin. I added some more washi tape. These are chipboard corners. I am trying to clean and organize my craft room, and so I'm going through everything, which I guess it's going to look worse until it looks better, because I'm dragging all this stuff out, but I'm going through every single thing and I'm putting it where it belongs and where I can find it again. And so this little package had a lot of pinks and flowers and brighter colors that I have put in my baby basket, because I'm going to be working on my granddaughter. She's, believe it or not, it's going to turn 1 next month. So I'm going to make a scrapbook, like a real 12 by 12 real scrapbook for her pictures, for her mom to put her pictures in. So I put it in my baby basket so that I would be able to use it. But these I thought were perfect in here. A pocket, yeah, let's see. it's napkin, but it's on, I decoupaged it onto a tea bag, so it's sturdier than just the napkin. And then I put a strip of that bag on here. Some of the Tim Holtz collage paper. Yeah. And then I just clipped it on, and it can go wherever. Oops, I'll clip it on later. Sticking washi tape throughout. And then this I got out of a magazine. I thought it was kind of cool. And a little claim check, a little tag, an inventory tag. These cards were in the kit, and on the back of them, I guess they're like flashcards. There's letters like a K and a, you know, whatever, an alphabet flashcards. And I thought they were so cute. And when I put them on here, I liked it as one piece. So instead of cutting them up, I just left it as one piece. Used a piece of that cut up bag for a tag, or tab, I guess. And it fit perfectly in this little thing. So here's a tiny little glassine bag, and in it, a piece of wallpaper, and a little stamp, and that's a security envelope on the back. So that could be a little journaling spot. The other price tag, a wax seal, and I can't remember, I may have gotten it as a, you know, usually when you buy something on Etsy, you get a little prize extra. It may have been that. I just can't remember, but it's recent. I haven't had it very long, and I just thought it was great in here. Made a pocket with the sequin fabric, glued it onto paper first so that it would be more sturdy. This is a chalkboard sticker. And then the other half of that black paper. Another one of the pages out of that book I showed you. And then on the back, it's glued to the page, and this is a pocket. So I just made a little journaling card to put in there. Try not to use the ledger paper or mess it up or put anything on it, because to me ledger paper is gold in a book because it's got lines, and it can go this way or this way depending on how you want to do it. So I try not to mess with those too much. This is a flip out, and on this little piece I put a glassine bag that I inked red, and wish I hadn't because I didn't like it after I was done, so I covered it up. I put a piece of that burlap ribbon on it, and then I Fabri-tacked some washi on. Change is beautiful. It's not, just so you know, I hate change, but it's cool. It's cool washi tape. So a little journaling card in there. A little bitty notepad with some offcuts of lined paper that I used on something else, and then you just fold over the top and staple it, and then I put some paper over it, and I left the back just because I think it's so cool to use your packaging. I think it's kind of brilliant, actually. And then this, oops, sorry about that, this big oh, this is what I did. There was a piece of ribbon, and I can't remember if the ribbon came. I don't think it did. I think I had it left over from my stash, and it was too long, so I cut little bits off, and that's what I used on the corners back here, wherever it is. Oh yeah, here. Just little bitty pieces, and I think it looks so pretty there. That's what it was. Alright, and then a piece, this is almost the whole piece of wallpaper. It was probably, I don't know, a couple inches maybe bigger, and I cut it down to fit, and then made a little flip down and then a, you know, a thing here. You just stick it in so you could keep it closed. Then here's the back, and it's got, that bag is a pocket out of a doily. The wings, the word wings, came on the letter that she wrote. It was under here on the front of the letter, and I thought it was so pretty, so I put it there. This is another one of those chalkboard stickers. And then here, isn't that pretty? That's the other side of that. So pretty. And then this is just a piece of that fabric that was using throughout from Amore Fabrics. This is a greeting card that I cut up. I thought the dragonfly with the wings, I thought that was perfect. And then here are some, she puts just stickers in, like labels, and so I inked them up so that they weren't white and cut off the little edge so they'd fit, and then put them in the back pocket. And I think that is it. This is a gift, and I hope that the person likes it, and I hope she realizes what a generous gift this is, because this almost didn't make it. I almost kept it. Alright, that's it. I hope that this video works, and I hope that y'all have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.